Welcome to the brief presentation on design and development of medical device and maintenance of the design file or design evidence file in an organization. Design and development is a process, or a set of processes. This process uses resources to transform requirements, inputs, into characteristics or specifications, outputs, for products, processes, and systems. You may treat design and development as different stages of a single integrated design and development process, or you may treat design and development as two, or more, separate processes. You may also use the terms design and development interchangeably if they mean the same thing in your organization. Please also note that a product is the output of a process. Products can be tangible or intangible. Hereafter in the presentation, we will use the term design only. It means design and development. The organization shall document procedures for design. This ISO 13485 standard asks you to prepare design procedures. Establish procedures for design. Document procedures for design. Design planning. It clearly means organize design activities. The organization shall plan and control the design of product as appropriate. Design and development planning documents shall be maintained and updated as the design progresses. It clearly talk about plan the design of your products. Document your product design plans. Maintain your design planning documents. Control the design of your products. During design planning, the organization shall document A. The design stages. B. The reviews needed at each design stage. C. The verification, validation, and design transfer activities that are appropriate at each design and development stage. D. The responsibilities and authorities for design. E. The methods to ensure traceability of design outputs to design and development inputs. F. The resources needed, including necessary competence of personnel. Design inputs. Inputs relating to product requirements shall be determined and records maintained. This clause clearly talk about determine product design inputs. Review your product design inputs. Approve your product design inputs. Maintain a record of design inputs. Design inputs shall include A. Functional, performance, usability and safety requirements, according to the intended use. B. Applicable regulatory requirements and standards. C. Applicable outputs of risk management. D. As appropriate, information derived from previous similar designs. E. Other requirements essential for design of the product and processes. These inputs shall be reviewed for adequacy and approved. Requirements shall be complete, unambiguous, able to be verified or validated, and not in conflict with each other. Design outputs. Generate design outputs. This clause talk about generate suitable design outputs. Verify your product design outputs. Approve your product design outputs. Maintain records of design outputs. Design outputs shall A. Meet the input requirements for design. B. Provide appropriate information for purchasing, production and service provision. C. Contain or reference product acceptance criteria. D. Specify the characteristics of the product that are essential for its safe and proper use. The outputs of design shall be in a form suitable for verification against the design inputs and shall be approved prior to release. Records of the design outputs shall be maintained. Design review is a set of activities whose purpose is to evaluate the suitability, adequacy, effectiveness, and sometimes the efficiency of a set of characteristics or specifications. Design and development review can be used to evaluate product, process, and system characteristics or specifications. In this context, an effective set of characteristics or specifications is one that has the potential to achieve planned results or realize planned activities. Standard asks you to carry out design reviews. It says plan your organization's design reviews. Perform reviews in accordance with planned arrangements. Maintain records of your design reviews. At suitable stages, systematic reviews of design shall be performed in accordance with planned and documented arrangements to a. Evaluate the ability of the results of design to meet requirements. b. Identify and propose necessary actions. Participants in such reviews shall include representatives of functions concerned with the design stage being reviewed, as well as other specialist personnel. Records of the results of the reviews and any necessary actions shall be maintained and include the identification of the design under review, the participants involved and the date of the review. Design verification is a process. It uses objective evidence to confirm that design outputs meet design input requirements. Whenever specified input requirements have been met, a verified status is achieved. Standard says, you have to perform design verifications. It include plan your design verification activities. Document your design verification plans. Perform verifications in accordance with planned arrangements. Keep records of your design verification activities. Design verification shall be performed in accordance with planned and documented arrangements to ensure that the design outputs have met the design input requirements. The organization shall document verification plans that include methods, acceptance criteria and, as appropriate, statistical techniques with rationale for sample size. If the intended use requires that the medical device be connected to, or have an interface with, other medical devices, verification shall include confirmation that the design outputs meet design inputs when so connected or interfaced. Records of the results and conclusions of the verification and necessary actions shall be maintained. Design validation is a process. This process uses objective evidence to confirm that products meet the requirements which define their intended use or application. Whenever specified requirements have been met, a validated status is achieved. The process of validation can be carried out under realistic use conditions or within a simulated use environment. This clause talk about conduct design validations. It include plan your organization's design validation activities. Document your organization's design validation plans. Perform validations in accordance with your planned arrangements. Keep records of design validation activities. Design validation shall be performed in accordance with planned and documented arrangements to ensure that the resulting product is capable of meeting the requirements for the specified application or intended use. The organization shall document validation plans that include methods, acceptance criteria and, as appropriate, Statistical techniques with rationale for sample size. Design validation shall be conducted on representative product. Representative product includes initial production units, batches or their equivalents. The rationale for the choice of product used for validation shall be recorded. As part of design validation, the organization shall perform clinical evaluations or performance evaluations of the medical device in accordance with applicable regulatory requirements. A medical device used for clinical evaluation or performance evaluation is not considered to be released for use to the customer. If the intended use requires that the medical device be connected to, or have an interface with, other medical devices, validation shall include confirmation that the requirements for the specified application or intended use have been met when so connected or interfaced. Validation shall be completed prior to release for use of the product to the customer. Records of the results and conclusion of validation and necessary actions shall be maintained. Design transfer. This clause talk about manage design transfers. It include develop procedures to control design transfers. Use your procedures to control design transfers. Record design transfer results and conclusions. The organization shall document procedures for transfer of design outputs to manufacturing. These procedures shall ensure that design outputs are verified as suitable for manufacturing before becoming final production specifications and that production capability can meet product requirements. Results and conclusions of the transfer shall be recorded. Control of design changes. This clause talk about establish procedures to control design changes. Use your procedures to control design changes. Maintain a record of medical device design changes. The organization shall document procedures to control design changes. The organization shall determine the significance of the change to function, performance, usability, safety and applicable regulatory requirements for the medical device and its intended use. Design changes shall be identified before implementation. The changes shall be A. Reviewed, B. Verified, C. Validated, as appropriate, D. Approved. The review of design changes shall include evaluation of the effect of the changes on constituent parts and product in process or already delivered, inputs or outputs of risk management and product realization processes. Records of changes, their review and any necessary actions shall be maintained. Design files. This clause talk about maintain design files. It include maintain a design file for each family of medical devices. Include or reference records that document compliance and changes. The organization shall maintain a design file for each medical device type or medical device family. This file shall include or reference records generated to demonstrate conformity to the requirements for design and records for design changes. Thank you very much for your time.